Hey everybody, State Representative Ken Clark here with a kind of post-election, post-mortem wrap-up, whatever you want to call it. I want to talk about the presidential election, but then I also want to talk about some positive stuff. So please indulge me. I want to say every presidential election comes down to one argument in the end. In this election, Donald Trump said, Washington is corrupt and broken, and we must take dramatic steps to fix it. He said a lot of other stupid stuff too, but he said that. And unfortunately, I believe the Clinton campaign, especially near the end, their message was, Donald Trump, you're a racist. Of course, they also said a lot of other things too, but what I'm saying, we tend to boil these things down in the end. The problem was this. While I believe he's a racist, and I believe there were many people who supported him who are racists, there are many people who supported him despite their discomfort with him on the corruption issue, because they wanted to see radical or dramatic change. But by calling him a racist, I think it discouraged them from listening to the arguments that we were making. Because by default, they felt like they were being called racist as well. And I saw that on social media, I heard those comments from people. And I think that there's a really good podcast I encourage you to listen to from WNYC Radio called United States of Anxiety. And they really go into the profiles of people who supported Trump, who meet the profile I'm talking about. It's really worth listening to. And I think it's worth us really talking about how to get outside of our social media bubbles and listen to people that we don't necessarily agree with in a civil way. Because if we don't, our country will continue to divide. But let me talk about some positive things. Obviously, Paul Penzone beat Joe Arpaio. Thank God. Hallelujah. Finally. I think that I can go ahead and say Adrian Fontes is going to be our next county recorder. I hope I'm not jinxing it. I know they're still counting votes. And I really look forward to working with Adrian to protect voter rights. Because I know the Trump administration and I know that this legislature will continue to try and erode the right of certain people to vote. You may have noticed that in Arizona, we picked up a seat in the House and picked up a seat in the Senate, while other Democratic groups, organizations around the country lost a lot of seats. This is the second time that we've maintained or improved. That should be very heartening for everybody, because that tells us the direction that we could be going here. Other good things. In District 24, I think we're going to have a good leadership team that really wants to get out there and talk to people and reach outside of our bubble. We want to maybe continue the BAZ events that we had previously and maybe expand on them. I also saw a lot of new people show up to our last meeting, just on Thursday, actually 4 people who had not been involved before, who were independent, registered independents. And they said, I can no longer sit on the side. I may not like what the Democratic Party is doing right now, but I'd rather work with it and fix it and go in that direction. And I think that's huge. I think that's something that we need to talk to people about. There are a lot of people who have a wake-up call from this election, who maybe could work with the Democratic Party. And we need to reach out to them. Registered independents, Greens, moderate Republicans. We have a great opportunity to expand our alliance of concerned citizens. I was also heartened to see that ranked choice voting won in Maine. Please look into that. I'll give you some links on that. Ranked choice voting, you're allowed to vote for your candidate in the orders you like to see them elected. And I think that might do more than the top 2 primary approach to get more people elected who are listening to more of their constituents. And I look forward to that. In the end, if you've not been to a District 24 Democratic Party meeting, please come. You don't have to be a Democrat, but be ready to work with us to improve our country and reach out to people. That's what I'm looking forward to doing. I'm looking forward to the legislative session because I think we have some great opportunities. We'll still fight for education and students and the environment and voter rights. And I hope that you'll be with me for that, If you're not signed up for my newsletter, please do. I'm not going to send it to you every day, in your spam mail. And be ready to speak to the legislature this next legislative session because we need your help. So thank you very much and have a great week.